This is Private First Class Greg Paget from Plainwell, Michigan, out here in beautiful Kandahar, Afghanistan with 3-2 SCR. Just want to say hey to all my friends and family back home. Love you guys. Be home soon.
My name is Specialist Zane Henson from Tuscumbia, Alabama. Serving out here at 3-2 SCR Striker Regiment, Fort Iron, Afghanistan. I'd like to shout out to my wife, Kathy Joe Henson, and my son, Jack Thomas. I love you guys and I'll see you soon.
Recently, PFC Sean Denham and I took a trip out to Patrol Base Iron. Headquartered there is Iron Company from 3rd Squadron, 2nd Striker Cavalry Regiment, and these guys are getting at it. They're out there finding weapons caches, they're disrupting enemy movement, and they're securing the population of the Maywan District. Let's take a closer look at ICO. The men of Iron Company have pushed into a new area. Leaving from Patrol Base Iron, platoons from the company moved to disrupt enemy activity and search for caches. The movement was long but successful.
We just established this 2-3 months ago, this COP. We really haven't had time to do a full-scale maneuver. We've only been able to send maybe a section out a day or 2 sections out a day at most, and now we actually get to take 2 full platoons and clear a couple grid squares at one time, which helps out a lot.
During the mission, the teens took time to conduct street-level engagements, speaking to the residents of the villages they were visiting.
We're developing the relationships with them, and they're actually starting to give us valuable info to where not to travel, or hey, don't mess with this compound, and stuff like that.
With the help of working dogs and other enablers, the men of Iron Company conducted a successful mission in an area where they had not been before. For 2nd Brigade Combat Team, 101st Airborne Division Public Affairs, I'm Sergeant Mike Monroe. It's been said that a dog is a man's best friend. I'm here to tell you that in Afghanistan, a dog is definitely a soldier's best friend. It's military working dogs like Marco here that keep us safe. PFC Sean Denham clues us in as to why.
The military working dog provides an important asset to soldiers on the battlefield. With their sense of smell, these dogs can detect bombs and other weapons, even if they're buried or surrounded by other smells. Their mission is simple but crucial: seek out hidden threats to save soldiers' lives. Their training begins in the United States, where they undergo several months of working with their handler. Upon arrival to Forward Operating Base Wilson, they undergo 2 more months of training with the 526 Brigade Support Battalion. Then they hit the fields and roads with the soldiers of Combined Task Force Strike, looking for bombs and weapons caches hidden throughout Strike's area of operation. On a recent mission in the Maywan district of Kandahar Province, working dogs helped soldiers of Company I, 3rd Squadron, 2nd Striker Cavalry Regiment search for hidden weapons. In a grape house, buried under dust and hay, a working dog located a bag filled with electrical components used to make improvised explosive devices. 2nd Lieutenant Corey McCaig, platoon leader with Company I, said, "The dog hit on it immediately. We just had to dig it out. While searching the surrounding compounds and fields, the working dogs assisted the Afghan National Army as they cleared previously unexplored territory. The dog's ability to find weapons brought peace of mind to soldiers on patrol that day." Specialist Zane Henson, a medic with Company I, said, "The dogs contributed a lot to the mission. They searched the area pretty thoroughly. There's no doubt in my mind, these dogs keep us safe." The military working dogs continue to keep soldiers safe throughout Strike Brigade's deployment to Afghanistan. Strike.
Alright, this is my sweetheart Amber back home in Clarksville, Tennessee. Just know I miss you and I love you more than ever, and I'll be home about 6 weeks, baby. Love you.
Alright, say hello to my beautiful wife, Kelsey. Coming home pretty soon. And then I got my mom, my dad, my brother, so see you guys real soon.
On this episode's Back in the Day, we will look at more of Strike Brigade's history. On December 20th, 1944, the 502nd Parachute Infantry Regiment assumed defensive positions between Champs and Longchamps, Belgium. On January 14, 1945, Lieutenant Colonel Cecil Simmons assumed command of the 3rd Battalion, 502nd, after Lieutenant Colonel John Stopka died from an errant friendly bomb near Mychamps, Belgium. On December 23, 1967, the 2 501st and 1 502nd conducted their first operations outside their perimeter in Vietnam. The 1 502nd was ambushed and suffered Strike's first 2 soldiers killed in action during the war. On December 21, 1967, platoon leaders and sergeants accompanied units from the 25th Infantry Division on missions in Vietnam's Cu Chi district. In January of 2006, Multinational Division Baghdad headquarters determined Strike Brigade would be the 4th Infantry Division's main effort. On January 11, 2006, 1 502nd conducted Operation Hat Trick, which consisted of ground assaults to detain key insurgent leaders within Strike's area of operations. On December 31, 2007, the 2 502nd captured many insurgent leaders during Operation Wedding Crasher in Iskandia, Iraq. Strike Brigade's legacy continues to grow daily during its deployment to Afghanistan. Strike.
Back in the womb, it's much too real. In pumps life that I must feel, but can't look forward to reveal. Look to the time when I live, head to the tube that sticks in me, just like a wartime novelty. Tied to machines and
You ain't kidding, Denham. 2nd Brigade is very proud of its heritage and will continue to make history here in southern Afghanistan. As you can plainly see, the Strike Brigade is doing its part in Operation Enduring Freedom, and we want to thank the men and women of Task Force Strike for allowing us to tell their story. Thanks for all that you do, and remember, we are Strike Soldiers. I'm Sergeant Mike Monroe, standing in for Sergeant Joe Padula, and for all of us here at 2nd Brigade Combat Team, 101st Airborne Division Public Affairs, thanks for watching.